there. Have you ever experienced a love so profound that you can cry and that it hurts of how much love you feel and how much love you experience? I have. And I am so lucky. Not lucky. I am blessed. I'm not lucky. It's not by chance. It is by His grace that I can experience His love and even understand to some capacity all the love that God has for us. In honor of Mother's Day, in honor of our Blessed Mother for the month of May, I truly wanted to talk about motherhood and about a gift that I received 2 years ago. So 2 years ago, I got married to my husband. We just made 2 years on the 12th. And on our wedding day, we were obviously very excited, very overwhelmed, very, nervous. We had all the emotions. And, I guess that's part of getting married, right? Like coming into this sacrament and giving yourself and sacrificial love. Love does hurt because you're giving all of yourself to this person for the rest of your life. And on our wedding day, it was so beautiful just to be at the altar, listen to the priest, do the readings, his homily to us, and it was so special. I was just crying most of the time, and just to see at Sacred Heart we have Jesus on the cross on the windows, and it's so beautiful to see and just be there, just see how beautiful, and how He has transformed my life. Most of you guys don't know me, but I guess throughout this journey you're able to understand and know that God has been so good to me, and He has changed my life in so many beautiful ways. He has been so good. So on our wedding day, we did the ceremony, and after the ceremony, I had the honor to have two amazing priests that I truly admire and that I truly love, Father David and Father Giuseppe from the Friars, Franciscan Friars. Shout out to them. They're amazing. I love them both. They're amazing. They have been very pivotal in my journey as a Catholic, and they have really inspired me the way that they walk their faith and they love their church and they show up every day. They're amazing. So after the ceremony, we went to Father David's room. Please excuse me, I know it has a special name, but I don't know the name right now. And we went there inside, and Father Giuseppe shared, he's like, while we were out there, our Blessed Mother shared with me that your first son's name has to be Jose. And for me, that was a gift, a reassurance that, we are chosen, we are loved, we are seen, we are blessed. And, who am I to receive, a message from our Blessed Mother? And it's so beautiful, I took that and I told obviously my husband was there, but I told our family members, and I really believed it. Yes, our first child's gonna be, a boy, and his name's gonna be Jose, and this is it, it's happening. So much so that we went to Medjugorje shortly after, that same year actually, in July, and I bought a little blue rosary, I took it as done because our Blessed Mother said so. And so a couple months, in January, right? This is May. I got married in May. I went to Medjugorje in July 2024. 2025, January, pregnant. Okay, I'm gonna backtrack a little bit. So this is like, it's beautiful to just experience the love of God, because it's like there's like so many like little moments that he offers you, and you're like, wow, like this is just, it's like, it could be like a small detail, but it's just like you feel his love in that way, and you know that it's from God. So November, obviously, is Thanksgiving, you know, being grateful, and, you know, just sharing with family. I usually host in my house, and I do this beautiful activity that I like to like open up the mic, and so basically everybody gets a word, right, from like a bucket. You put it in your hand, you take out a word, and obviously, like, my thing is you're gonna get what you're supposed to get. My word was love, right? So I was like, love. For me, I was at the moment, you know, so naive. I was like, yeah, like, you know, I feel like this new year, I'm gonna like love myself more, like love others around me, etc. Right? Not knowing what God had in mind and planned for me. In January, I found out I was pregnant. So this was the love that God, you know, told me about in November, right? Like 3 months ago, right? So when I found out I was pregnant, I was obviously like, you know, like, what now? I was overwhelmed, I was happy, I was, you know, all the emotions that a mom could feel. But I was happy. And throughout that pregnancy, you know, obviously, you know, it's a blessing to be pregnant, to receive a child. Is an experience that, you know, I can't really describe because it's amazing. But yeah, I have really seen how that word back in November 2024 really projected and has been projecting ever since, with my child, Jose. Yes. So he was born in September and has been the joy of my life. When I say that I've experienced love in a profound, deep way, that I can cry and be so grateful and joyful, and I'm talking about the love that I feel towards my son and towards my husband and towards Jesus, because we're really like all connected in his love. It's so beautiful to experience that. I just really wanted to share with you, you know, the joy that I feel and the graces that God has given us. It's just overwhelming. I was actually reflecting on this yesterday because my baby boy now turned 8 months yesterday, and I was like, wow, God has been so good with us. Like, you know, it hasn't been easy at all. Like, we have had trials, we have had, you know, a lot of moments where I'm like, I don't know how we're gonna make it, you know, and I'm talking about financially, emotionally, physically, you know, in our relationship, you know, our marriage, and prior to that, it hasn't been, you know, easy. And whoever's married is listening to this, you know, marriage is not easy. It's sacrificial. It's giving yourself all of it and trying again and loving that person and their flaws and their weaknesses, loving yourself and your flaws and your weaknesses, and just giving it to God, because he's the only one that knows, you know. He's the only perfect one. We're not. And yeah, and so it's beautiful to celebrate. I mean, May, to celebrate our Blessed Mother, Mother's Day, my anniversary, my baby turning 8 months, and the midst of everything. I mean, you guys know, I've posted some of it here prior of, like, you know, some stuff that has been going on in the home, you know, plumbing issues, things like that. Some stuff that has been going on at work, you know, write-ups, you know. Is the enemy really tempting and pushing our buttons? But to be honest, I feel like it has been to my advantage, and I know that God always uses, you know, these situations and these trials that we have, like, you know, to strengthen us and to really align us to like focus on what truly matters, your family, your marriage, and building. Focus on your calling. Be guided by the Holy Spirit, and don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. How many times is it not on the Bible? Don't be afraid. I constantly have to be reminding myself of this. Don't be afraid. This channel really is fueled by my faith, by my journey. I want to be able to provide just all of me to you guys, to be able to inspire you, to create community, to give love, to give peace and guidance, to be a beacon of light for those who don't know God or those who are in the journey too. I would love to walk with you. It's so beautiful to just share this, and that's why I'm here. So if you have anything that really touched you about God's love and how beautiful He has been with all of us, we're so grateful and so blessed to just be called by Him and to love Him and have Him love us. It's just so beautiful to experience that. There's so much more that I can say of God's grace and God's love and our Blessed Mother's grace and love